What's up guys, it's me again, crushedpixel. What I have for you today is the relaunch of the League of Minecraft mapmaking series on my channel. Because many of you guys wanted to see me continuing the League of Minecraft series I started when my channel was very small. But there are many new features in the new snapshots which allow me to make all of that stuff way cooler. I decided to make a relaunch of the whole series and like create the map again from the beginning. So let's just get started. The first episode is about a Minion AI which I wrote using these command blocks. It's pretty awesome, I think. So let's just get straight onto it. Here I can spawn some minions. And these are going to battle against each other. There are two types of minions, the mage minions and the melee minions. And let me just spawn one of each team. So what we have here are two melee minions, one red and one blue minion obviously. And they have a pretty slow attack ratio. They have a high cooldown on their basic attacks, but they have pretty much life. So I'll just wait until they finish battling against each other. Yeah. So once that's over, the minion is just going to continue walking, and I'm in Team Blue right now. So when the minion is in my range, he's going to start to attack me. Because he's from the enemy team, but if I move away he's going to continue walking until he's in my range again. Then I can easily kill him. Okay, so let's do some advanced fights. I'm just summoning some minions. Let's see which ones will win. Okay, so there's some pretty interesting stuff going on here. The minion standing here with the sword just pushed the mage minion a bit forward. So this is why usually you would have the melee minions first in your squad of minions. And if I go into game mode 2 now, the red minions are not going to attack me because there are still blue minions here. And I think that's pretty cool, that if I get rid of the blue minions, which is obviously not the best thing to do, yeah, then they're going to attack me. But the only downside is that you can kill your own minions, but this is not what's going to help you, obviously. And also, there's the possibility to make these minions turn their direction whenever they're at a certain point in the map. So let's say this is the travel path for the minions, and when they're in the corner of the map, there's going to be some command blocks which change their direction score to make them move in a different direction. Okay, so how does this work? These are all of the command blocks necessary for it to work. This is just a very basic fill clock. And I'm just going to stop this, just to be able to show it to you how it works without any lag. And first, I will show you all of the objectives that I have. There are 9 objectives necessary. The first one is near tower, near enemy, and near player. These are the objectives which basically determine if a minion is near a player, enemy, or tower, which will make them stop moving and attack the tower, enemy, or player. I did not include the towers yet, but once I include them into the game, I'm going to add this to the minions too. Then we have the direction, dir to be short, and this is just a value of 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it determines in which direction the minions have to walk. Then we have age, which is just basically a scoreboard which increments every single tick to just say that this minion is this and this day old, or when it's too old, some effects are not going to be given. I'll show you this later. Then we have health, which is not necessary, but I just included this for some testing purposes. Then we have team, which basically is a value of 1 and 2. If the minion has a team value of 1, he's in team blue, otherwise it's in team red. And then we have minion attack cooldown, which basically just says how big the cooldown of the minion attacks are. I can just show off some funny stuff with that. Oh, okay, I stopped the clock. Here we go. I need to kill them all because, as I already mentioned, they're too old to be given all of the effects. Here we have one melee minion, and here we have one ranged minion, and the attack cooldown of the ranged minion is lower than the one of the melee minion. And you see the red minion attacked the blue minion before the blue minion could attack the red minion, because his range of attacking is bigger, which is pretty cool. And you see his attacks come faster than his attacks, but because that dude has a bit more health and the range minions do less damage, yeah, they die earlier. Okay, so I'll just deactivate that again. And here we go. What happens when I spawn a minion? Well, first, their age score is going to be set to 0 by default, because they don't have any score, and this command basically increments the age score every tick. And yeah, you see, I'm pretty old already. And also every tick the minion attack cooldown is going to be reduced by 1. But first, when we spawn a minion, we need to determine of which type the minion is and which team he belongs to. So I used a pretty neat trick that I discovered, and this is just scoreboard player set every zombie with an age score of exactly 1, and it sets its team score to 1 if its hurt time score is 100. But if its hurt time score is 101, it's going to set its team score to 2. Also, it's going to set its team score to 2 if his hurt time is 81, or 8, and if it's 80, it's going to set its hurt score to its team score to 1. Because this works because when I spawn them with a certain hurt time score, and this is hurt time of 101 ticks. It's just a value which is not very necessary when it gets spawned, the minion, but I use it for my purposes, and this minion is a blue minion, because it has a hurt time of 101, and this command block is going to trigger 1 tick after I spawned the minion, so the hurt time is at 100 then, meaning the minion is going to get the score, the team score of 1. Yeah. Also, if the hurt time score is 100, its minion type is going to be set to 1, meaning it's a melee champion now, a melee minion. But if he spawns with a hurt time of 102, his team score is going to be set to 1-2. No, his team score is going to be set to 2, but his minion type score is going to be set to 1-2. So the hurt time basically just determines of which minion type and in which team they are. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so now we know which team the minion belongs to, and now we need to know in which direction the minion should move first. So I'm just giving every minion with a team score of 1 a direction of the direction score of 1, meaning it moves facing north. Otherwise, he's getting a direction score of 3, meaning he moves southwards. Okay. Then Here are some resets, obviously. Yeah, when the minion spawns, his minion attack cooldown is going to be set to 0, so he has no cooldown in the beginning. Yeah, okay. Then every tick we need to know if the minion is near a player, a turret, or another minion before we move him. So we're going to set his near tower score to 0, his near player score to 0, and his near enemy score to 0 too. And here we have all of the commands that are important to determine whether the player, whether the minion is near player, a minion, or a tower. And here we go. So the first one is an execute command, which executes this command for every minion which has a team score of 1, meaning it's a blue minion. Okay, so every blue minion tells every melee minion, because he's a minion type 1, in the radius of 2, which is from the enemy team, that he's near an enemy. So if there is a blue minion and there is a red minion, which is a melee minion, in the radius of 2, which is the attack radius of this enemy melee minion, it's going to set its near enemy score to 1. So this is like a test4 command executed by the red minion to test if there's a blue minion in its radius, but just the other way around to make it not need a comparator output. And also we have this for the red team, meaning every red minion tells every blue melee minion in a radius of 2 that there's an enemy nearby, and we have the same for the ranged minions. So if there's a blue minion, it tells every ranged minion with a minion type score of 2 in a radius of 5, because that's their attack radius, that there's the near enemy score of 1, and the same for the red minions too. Okay, also we have the near player score. I should have named it near player, and this executes just the same stuff for every player who is in the team blue. It does it for melee minions and so on. Again, it's just the same, only with players. What I need to do is the near tower score, because I did not implement towers into the game yet. And here we finally have the minion movement, which is the part why they move. So every tick, every minion, which is of type zombie, with a direction score of 1 and a near tower score of 0, a near enemy score of 0, and a near player score of 0, meaning there's no tower, enemy, or player nearby, it just teleports them in the according direction and makes them look in the according direction. And yeah, they're just different coordinates depending on which direction they have. So the movement of the minions is simply they get teleported. That's everything to it. And finally we have the attacks. So the minions prefer other minions before they attack players, like in the real League of Legends. So these are the command blocks for the attacks. Okay, so because regeneration or poison potions have no effect on undead mobs, we need to damage them using instant health. And because instant health deals lots of damage to the mobs, they need to have some resistance effects before. And this is why every zombie with an attack cooldown of 0, meaning he can attack, which has a nearby enemy and is of minion type 1, meaning it's a melee minion, is going to give the nearest only one, meaning the nearest zombie of the enemy team in a radius of 2, a resistance effect. And directly after that, it's going to damage it using instant health. And the instant health effect is 611, meaning just instant health 2 for 1 second. And if it's a melee minion, it's going to give an instant health effect of only 1 because they do not deal that much damage. Okay, and then the same happens for players, but only if the near player score is at least 1 and there is no near enemy nearby, because they prefer the enemy minions. And then again they have, this time they only have the effects, which are some poison effects. And yeah, so that's how that works. Basically it's just them executing an /effect command on the nearest enemy. Okay, and finally we need to reset the attack cooldown for the minions, because yeah, they should not attack every single tick, which is definitely not what we desire. So whenever a zombie has a minion attack cooldown of 0, some ticks before he attacked the enemy, so now his cooldown score is going to be set to 40 if it's a melee minion, or to 25 if it's a ranged minion. And this is also measured in ticks, and every tick the minion attack cooldown is going to decrease by 1, so when it's back to 0 again, the minions are going to attack. And this is how the minions of League of Minecraft are going to work. I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me in the comments what you think about it, and see you in the next video. Bye!